Everybody? It's your boy Doc Nanners. Welcome to the first episode of Doc's interview series on the Lagging Legends Racing Network. Today, I am excited, I am thrilled, and I am honored to have not only my personal team owner, but to have the owner of the Under the Lights Racing League. We have Alex Ferrell, or also known as UTLR Storm. Alex, welcome to the show, man.
Man, so happy to be here. So happy to do this alongside you and be the first ever to do this. So I'm excited. A little worried to see how the night goes. These questions, but you know what? It's all for the fun, and I'm excited to see what we got going tonight.
Absolutely, man. Glad to have you here. Looking forward to seeing how you answer some of these. This is the fan feedback that we had sent in, and every single person requested to stay anonymous. So that's going to be happening here. First off, I want to give you the floor, man. New season coming around, new game just came out. What are you thinking, man? What's on your mind?
Yeah, man. We just got done with a lot of preparation. There's still a lot to be done as we prep for season eight, which is upon us in about 2 or 3 weeks now. We'll have the Clash and then link into the 500 along with the lower series races. Season starting up on the first week of December. So still about a month away or so, a little over a month to still prepare and still have a lot of admin things to get done behind the scenes and work up. But overall, new game we just got dropped on us, and it's amazing. I'm excited to be back in online racing, man. It's been one thrill to be back with everybody, be back on track. I'm excited for it, and just to have a base game is just one of a kind. We've been out without one since May, so I'm excited for it. This is going to be one of a kind racing. This brings back a real life realism effect to the public and to the community, as long as the league as well. So I'm kind of thinking on a few things to see what we come up with this season, but overall, we have a stacked field, stacked preparations, and I couldn't be more excited. We have a little bit of rumors going around, custom schemes. Are we going to be allowed to use them? I've heard that, and obviously we can't because of we don't have the numbers. We can't use our own numbers in this game. In the custom scheme, the paint scheme booth is amazing for what they have. I mean, it's pretty good, but we just can't use the custom schemes. We don't have our own numbers. I can't use the 88 car. Nobody can use a 24 or a 91 or a 5. Can't make a custom Kyle Larson scheme. So, unfortunately, no custom schemes allowed this season. But one thing that the drivers should be excited for is the parity. The parity is going to be one of a kind along or across all 4 series. And yes, that is 4, not 3. We have added a new ARCA series because we got ARCA in the game. So that's going to be one of a kind series. We have a brand new admin that we just brought in. He's going to be running that series as a brand new series. So new on new. He'll be learning alongside of us veteran admins, alongside all of us drivers as well, having to have the driver feedback and providing that we have a great season. It's going to be rough. Drivers, I don't think understand that it's going to be rough starting off. This is a brand new game. We've never raced before, man. So you're new to the league, and you're going to be in for a show. I mean, it's going to be rough. It's going to be, I won't say bad, but it could get almost there starting off, just because until we can flip the script, figure out where the give and take is in this game, figure out how to race with each other in a 30 plus driver lobby all together in a new game, it's just going to be an experience and a learning curve for us. But until then, we prep with what we have and we go with what we have. So that's really I don't really have any really sneak peeks to give out because I think we've pretty much snuck in everything that we've already said to the drivers they already know about. So there's nothing really to put out there. But yeah, man, I'm excited for it.
Well, one thing I will definitely give you credit for, like you were saying there, one thing about your league is you guys are very transparent, open with your racers. So that's one thing that is absolutely wonderful. Now, I know you touched on it a little bit. The game is brand new. Let's just go ahead and take a few seconds to talk about your initial thoughts of it. Do you think iRacing actually did well? Do you think it's in between? Is it what you expected? I mean, really, what is it you think about this game right now?
Yeah, man. So we are about a little over a month, well, a few weeks into this game now, about 3 weeks in, and we've seen almost 13 updates. The 13th one drops tonight. It's a very minimal update for an internal issue, but we've had a lot of fixes. We've had a lot of feedback. I will say this is probably the best game that's been created so far. Heat 5 is hard to compete with, but this is iRacing we're talking about. iRacing was the first time to produce a NASCAR console game. People have to realize that. And so for a base game, they hit it on the head. There's still stuff to be fixed. We know this. But as far as a base game to get out there what the drivers want, what the fans want, it's exactly what we've been asking for with much improvements to be made. I mean, this game is just year one. We have broadcasting not allowed right now. It's not in the game, so we won't be able to broadcast this season, which is a huge hit to us as a league because everybody watches us and watches their own broadcast back. But we're going to do it with what we have, and they have already stated that broadcasting focus will be a part of the year two update. So yeah, we have to wait till 2026 fall, but you know what? It's going to be worth it because iRacing has done what they have, and they have listened ever since day one has of the game dropping, even on pre-orders. The day one pre-order drop, ever since then, iRacing has listened to the fans. They have listened. What's wrong with the game? What can we improve on? What do we need to fix right off the bat? I mean, we had the force feedback issue on the wheels. That was a huge negative, and they spoke out and said, "Hey, we're working on it. We're going to get it fixed. Just bear with us." And they did. I have not seen more feedback from iRacing than any other game. I mean, they have hit it on the head as far as just being there for the drivers, talking about it, getting it out, and getting the updates to us as soon as possible. So, initially, great game so far. I've enjoyed it. It's fun. It's a learning curve. We got new tracks that we've never seen existed in a NASCAR game because they just added them in 2 or 3 years ago. So we got Chicago Street Course, we got Nashville Super Speedway, and many others. We got I forget the road course in ARCA, but Lime Rock is. And so we got Lime Rock, we got Lucas Oil for the trucks. So a lot of awesome and brand new tracks. You have the brand new Atlanta Speedway since since they improved the track and made it a super speedway. That one's been a huge, big hitter. I will say, it's been enjoyable. So I'm excited for it. It's been awesome so far. I can't wait to see what iRacing does here going into the future.
Well, one thing I will go ahead and say too, it's been a little bit interesting. I know I've talked to a couple people, and you talked about Atlanta, and obviously now it's called Echo Park. So
Hmm.
I know there's a couple people in the league. I'm not going to say any names, but they get a little bit upsetty spaghetti when you call it Echo Park.
Man, you're telling me Echo Park. I know why they did it. It makes sense. I don't know um, from a sponsorship perspective. I know why they renamed it, but I think the sponsorship also was a little bit overdone when it comes to the real life NASCAR. I don't know why they wanted to rename based off of a sponsor because we've never seen that, or we haven't seen it since Lowe's Motor Speedway, and that one it's Charlotte. You don't change it to Lowe's. Lowe's didn't stick around for that long, so I don't know what they're trying, but hopefully it works out for them. But everybody's always going to call it Atlanta. It's just known as Atlanta. There is no Echo Park. We're going to Echo. No, we're not. We're going to Atlanta.
No, absolutely. I just know that if you want to, poke a few racers in the belly a little bit, just annoy them some, just say Echo Park, and that'll definitely get them going. Now, one
Oh,
question that I have for you, obviously, brand new game. No one knew what was coming with iRacing. How true to iRacing on the PC would it be? How true to normal console games would it be? A lot of talk was this was going to be kind of that even game for everybody coming into it. The experience may not make as much difference. Do you feel as if that has been the case? Do you feel like maybe experience is helping some? What's your thoughts on it?
so honestly, I've seen a lot of different parity in the preseason practices that we've done so far. I've seen our league racers that have been here for seasons on seasons. not do so well in practices. That are used to the Heat 5 and Heat 4 days. And then I've seen these iRacers. We have had a few iRacers join the league or have been in the league, and they do iRacing. They're succeeding. So there is a little bit of mixed parity among the iRacers that are learning this game. That are saying, "Hey, this is true to iRacing. Hey, this is true to iRacing. This is what it feels like." While other drivers that are never been on iRacing before are saying, "Man, this sucks." And then you have the iRacers saying, "Well, that's the way it is in the game in iRacing. So figure it out." They're kind of stabbing them by saying, "Well, get better." Uh, so it's definitely going to be a parody. I think once we feel out all the drivers and the drivers get used to it, then we're going to definitely have a fun season once the game comes to.
Yeah, I definitely believe so. In the lobbies that I've been in, it seems like a lot of the drivers are definitely improving, but it's definitely a game that day one can catch you off guard and can surprise you a whole lot.
Oh yeah, you can't come in here like you could on Heat 5 and Heat 4 and just show up day one, get on track, and expect the car to work for you. It's a realism effect, and you have to know how to drive the car. You can't just come in here day one and be like, "Oh, well, I can race," and expect you to be able to hold a vehicle in one piece on lap one, because you ain't.
No, fair enough. Now, before we get into the community questions, I do want to ask you this just for everybody watching, anyone who may not be in the league. Is there any availability in your league? How do you go about joining? And any information that you have for anyone that sees this and it's like, man, I want to be part of this guy's league.
Yeah, man, we have a lot of opportunities, mostly in ARCA, because our trucks are full. Cup, you have to complete one season before you join, or before you move up to Cup Series. Uh, but we do have age restrictions. You have to be 17 or older to be in Cup Series. So if you complete one season, but you're only 15, you're probably not going to get in. Because unless well, no, you're not going to get in. You have to wait till you're 17. So you can get to 16 in Xfinity, though. And trucks is 16. 15 or older is ARCA. Now, doesn't mean that if you're 18, you can run in the lower series if you want. Whatever's available to you. But ARCA runs on Friday nights. We have a lot of spots open for that. And I expect those to probably stay relatively open throughout the season. Usually we lock it down, but being a new game, I expect those kind of stay open. It's a lot of new drivers in there, so we wouldn't mind having a few new guys come in mid-season and compete, get used to the league and get used to everybody. But yeah, ARCA competes on Friday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern. There is no tryouts. It's pretty much we get you in and you get on and we see how you do. Obviously, you'll have me talking to you and asking about some league background. If you have no background, doesn't mean you can't get in. We'll let you in with no background. But if I notice your gamer tag, if I ask for your gamer tag and I notice something's off because I've been around since 2020, and if I've heard your gamer tag, any kind of negativity towards it, you're probably not going to get in. Just being blunt, honest. I'm not going to allow people, or if I think that your gamer tag has some relative back history that's negative towards the community, I know people in the community I can reach out to and be like, "Hey, how do I know this guy? Tell me a little bit about him or her. If you have any girls join in, we'd love those. But if you have any negative feedback towards your name, just don't sign up. 'Cause I'm just gonna be real. Don't sign up because you ain't gonna last long. Number one. Number two, you're probably gonna get kicked before you join. But ARCA definitely. If you want to run trucks is full. I expect probably a couple people to dip out. Newer guys usually tend to dip out the first few races, so we'll see how that goes. They'll say different things and then dip out after seeing the racing. Xfinity has a couple of slots open on Thursday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern. Not many are left though. Maybe I think 2 or 3 at this given point. So yeah, ARCA definitely your way to go.
Absolutely. Now, the final question that I have for you, man, before we go into these community questions is what about your league stands out from the other leagues on Xbox? I know this is an Xbox only league. Why should people look at your league over other leagues?
Ooh, tough one. Um, so we started in 2020 and just started growing. And long story short, we got our names UTLR. from a guy named Ian who used to race in our league. And he's like, you know what? We race at night. And at the time, I think we were running truck series only. And so it was always under the lights because they run Friday night races. So we were racing, I think, Tuesday or Friday night. We may have been racing Saturday. I don't even remember what day we were racing. We only had like one day a week, and I think it was like on a weekend. But we raced under the lights on the game. All the tracks were under the lights, and he's like, you know what? Under the lights racing, UTLR. It was a short phrase, something people will remember. We came up with a slogan, helped from Joshua Franks, otherwise known as Expert. He came up with our slogan. It stuck, and it's become your own legend, become your own champion, become your own superstar. Because we want you to make your name for yourself. Kind of like explaining, names are made here. You have our league. You decide your own destiny. If you don't succeed, that's not our fault. That is up to you. You control your own destiny in this league. You carve your own path. If you want to be a champion, you will make sure that you are a champion in the right ways. And we've had about two or three, I'd say, superstars, multi champions, and all that. That becomes superstars. So, um, but yeah, it's definitely a standout league. We've been ranked by the Xbox One community leader, Marty Hensley, otherwise known as Rock NASCAR. I highly favor him. They used to sponsor us a couple seasons ago. But when it came to Xbox leagues overall, he said at one point we were, a no-namer. Nobody knew of us. But we climbed the ranks. We did everything. We put ourselves out on social media, got our name well known. He ranked us in the top three as far as Xbox One leagues. So definitely something that we take pride in. He looks to us. He comes to me asking questions on different things throughout the community. I'm not a community leader in that group, but I don't really want to be. But he does come to me asking questions like, "Hey, what do you think of this? Hey, what do you think of that?" And we've had drivers come to us. I've had league owners come to me and ask me, "Hey, how do y'all do this?" or "How do y'all do this?" And I'm like, "Well, some things I can tell you, some things I can't." I'm like, "No, this is how we do it. I'm going to keep it that way." We've had people steal our ideas. We've had people uh, ask us, and we tell them, and they use it, and they create their own versions of it. We've created our own versions of other league ideas. So definitely a awesome community to be a part of. Xbox One people are amazing for the most part, but yes, we hold that top three to a high standard.
Absolutely, man. Well, that was well said, and I can I can tell everybody that UTLR is ran very well, and definitely a group that they should look into if they want to join a league. Now we are going to go into the fan feedback, the community questions. So let's go ahead and buckle up and get ready for that ride because who knows what's coming. I do, you don't. Again, everyone has requested to stay anonymous, so no names being said, only the questions being read. So first and foremost, we're going to go into this one. Looking at past champions across every series in UTLR, which active champion do you believe has the best chance to repeat and become a two-time champion or more?
I probably, off the top of my head, I'd have to say LRS, and people are going to shame me for it because he is the VP of the league. But I don't take that in consideration. It's the on-track talent. He came from being Mr. Second Place, and he made a name for himself. He definitely has the respect of drivers for the most part, and he finally got the championship he deserved last season in Cup. And so I think he finally gets one and goes back to back, and finally shows what he can do. Not just in Cup, I think he can maybe repeat and go get some more championships down in the lower series because I know he's racing in the lower series this year. So, uh, yeah, LRS for sure. I have a couple that I know were kind of robbed of a championship that haven't got one yet, but uh, yeah, answer that one definitely Luke.
Well, it's great that you said that because your next question was who do you believe has the best opportunity to finally become a UTLR champion who has not won one yet?
Man, that one's a tough one. There are many drivers that are, I would say, deserving. Um, but I'm going to go on a limb. I got to say Tomato. Tomato's going to win. Now, he did win a league championship, but it was not a official like NASCAR one. So I'll say that much. He's not a NASCAR champion. It was I believe, well, it was an F2 championship that he just got. So, um, as far as NASCAR championships go, I think Tomato for sure. He's definitely got the vibes for it. He just came off the F2 championship, and he's going to be one to watch. He was strong 2 years ago when we had Mo in the hole, who is our, I would say, even though he ended on bad terms, no longer, he got kicked from the league, but he is a superstar in this league. He has 3 championships. Nobody has beat that yet. So Tomato battled against Mole for that season's championship. I think Tomato was about 10 points away from beating Mole. Um, and it was super close. It was definitely a tight battle between Mole and Tomato. It was the Mole and Tomato show all season long. Nobody could touch those two. We had our occasional different winners, but those two definitely went at it. Tomato is due for a championship, and it's coming. Now, new game. I don't know, man. New game could definitely change everything up. I have not seen Tomato on practicing, so I'm very hesitant with that answer because I have of the lack of practice from him that I've seen. But overall, I think he's never going to be one to watch.
I think that's a very fair answer. Being someone who did compete at the end of the F2 series, I could totally see Tomato being a good choice because that man was just fast.
He's on rails. He always has been from the moment he joined, and he takes himself very humble. He's a very humble driver too. He reminds me, um, kind of like I don't know. I'd say, and people would diss me on it, but SVG. I'm not pointing it out just because he's my favorite driver, but he's a very humble driver. Whenever he wins, if you listen to his interviews, he's very humble about it. Uh, even the ones that, even like Briscoe, you can say Briscoe, who's very humble as well. He's just, whenever he wins, he doesn't, he's like, all right, cool. It was awesome. Great racing from everybody. I definitely earned it, or I definitely didn't earn it. Should have been somebody else, depending on the race. But he definitely is one that we want to keep our eyes on.
Well, fair enough, and we'll definitely see how that prediction turns out. Has he been practicing? Who knows? But you think he's going to be a champion. Next
Yes.
up, we have another side of the equation. These drivers really want to know what you think about drivers, apparently. Which drivers or driver do you believe will have an outbreak season or a season out of the ordinary, good or bad?
Ooh. Outbreak season. Man, it's going to vary from series to series too, because you have multiple different drivers in multiple different series. Um, so honestly, in Cup Series though, the main focus, I would have to say Edgington, probably, because he's been good. He's had some downfalls here and there, but Edgington has definitely shown his hand a few times that he can be good when he wants to be. Um, and he's a very low threat. So he's not going to be as far as an outbreak season. I'm not saying that as in a sense of multiple wins, going for the championship. You asked for a outbreak driver, not an outbreak champion.
That's fair.
So I think Edge is going to show himself where he's proven worthy. He raced for the championship in Xfinity Series last season, and he got close. So I think he's one to watch when it comes to the Cup Series. He's brand new in Cup Series racing this year with us, so I see him get a lot more top fives, top tens, maybe a win here and there. Who knows? He could be definitely good on road courses. Um, Another driver that I would say has a breakout year this year is our last season's truck champion, Mickey Championship or not, Deport. Deport has been a good, solid driver all around. He has his run-ins, he definitely does, but he has a solid chance. I've always seen his practice talent, and it's showing. He's definitely got the speed to be up there and contending. Um, So yeah, I think Deport definitely is going to rack up maybe a couple wins this season, being full-time Cup as well. And I'm just going to say it because I know a couple drivers, not many, because they have hesitant and doubt, but because they're always hating. But a couple drivers have said that this year's my year to even have a breakout season. I've heard it from SP. I've heard it from One Bad. I've heard it from a couple other people that maybe I could have a breakout year. I don't know. I haven't had one since season 5, so we're going almost about 3 years now that I haven't had anything. I've had maybe a couple wins here and there. So they've said I've shown a little bit of speed. So we'll see. I'm not putting my name out there like others, but you know, definitely a lot of drivers though. We have new talent too that I don't remember a lot of the new guys' names, but definitely a couple of new guys that I think could shine. It would be like Chug in the truck series. I know he races for me, but I think he has a breakout year. He has some good potential. He comes from iRacing, and well, not racing. He comes from a 3-time championship in Forza Motorsports or the ACC championships. So he's going to be a huge threat. I think Ranger gets some done in the Xfinity series. Trying to think of a few more. Pull my rosters up real quick. I can tell you.
Absolutely, man. Education is power.
Yeah, because having 50 drivers, you can't remember everybody. Let's see. 'Cause I want to be able to hit. I don't want to feel like anybody's left out. Because this is a good question. Um, Yeti. Yeti is showing speed in the Cup Series. That guy is going to not win probably a couple races. He might win like a plate track because it's out there. But Yeti definitely has speed. He has definitely shown it in the Cup Series. Expect him to do very well. Clean in the Cup Series. He's going to be a huge threat. Honestly, I don't want to backtrack, but honestly, on the first ever championship, that's the one you want to pay attention to. I'd say Tomato and Clean
Okay.
on the first championships. Tomato and Clean. Clean definitely has speed. He's going to be up there. He's going to win a couple races here and there. Watch out for Clean. In the Xfinity series, let me look here. Xfinity. I mean, there's going to be a lot of drivers. You have Ducky, Bad News Ducky. He's going to be one. He's always been a big hitter in the league. He's been a long-standing member of the league. Expect him to rack up wins. He'll definitely be out there. Dusty will be strong in Xfinity. SP will do SP things. Edgerton will also be another threat for the championship, or probably another threat for the championship for his second year in a row in Xfinity. But a couple of these new guys that I'm thinking will have a good year. You have Ovo, who's Captain Horns. I've seen him in other leagues. He's good. He's got some speed, so I think he'll do well. Alpha York, he's new. He used to compete in other leagues. I know him very well. He's very well known through the community. Expect him to outshine in the Xfinity series as well. Along with Schroot's Farms. He's on Trackhouse with me. He's an iRacer. I think this plays into his wheelhouse. He's going to do very well as well. So a lot of talent in Xfinity series. Then I'll wrap it up with the trucks because ARCA's just going to be ARCA. It's all new drivers. I can't tell you who's going to shine out in that one. Trucks is going to be probably a mix of a lot of different talents. You got Noel Mighty, who's a newer driver. He'll probably be decently well. Dusty's going to probably be good. Meso is going to be a newer driver. He's not a new driver, but he's been here for a season. I think he finally finds his little wheelhouse and starts pushing to become maybe a little bit more of a winner and maybe a few more top fives. Matty Ice coming back for the first time. I mean, he's going to be a threat. It's his first time racing since I believe it's season 6. So Matty Ice, definitely a name that you want to watch out for. Excuse me. As far as, I mean, honestly, you wouldn't surprise me in trucks. You definitely, as a rookie, you definitely have a little something out there. I think you might get a couple top fives, maybe if you're lucky, get a win somewhere. But you definitely have shown some speed, man. I've been impressed that you've been dedicated on track, dedicated to learn the track, learn the game, learn the vehicle. So I wouldn't be surprised to see you up there as well. But yeah,
Well, thank
just
you
thank
for that.
you.
I definitely appreciate that, man. That does mean a lot. Definitely putting in the time, putting in the effort. But I'll let you continue the answer you were going to. I just want to say thank you for those words, man.
No, man, that was all my list. So I know it took a little bit long to answer that one, but I want to hit everybody. I don't want to leave anybody singled out because there are a lot of talent that we have in this league.
Hey, I get it, man. And I've been in a few lobbies, and every time you join one, there's someone else running fast. So there's
Mm.
definitely a lot of talent there, and I've only seen the beginning of it, but I know for me, I'm excited, and I look forward to seeing where I stack up because I know I'm not at the top, but I don't think I'm at the bottom.
No.
But this time we're going to hit you with a lightning question, lightning answer. We're going to make this one interesting, okay?
All right, bet. Let's go.
All right. So in less than 30 seconds, I want your championship predictions for all 4 seasons of series.
Ooh. All right. So Cup Series, we have clean. I know I said tomato, but we're going to go clean.
Okay.
And then Xfinity Series, Ducky. Ducky gets a championship at Xfinity. Trucks. Deport. Deport goes back to back. He finally learns the game. He just learns it and gets the knack of it. Arca, yikes. I, you know what? Myth in the Arca. He's a new guy. I think he'll do well.
Well, you definitely picked 4 talented drivers right there for all 4 series. I could see all of them being correct, but they're all going to have to work hard to earn it. That's for sure. Now, this next question, I want you to know, man, I feel the shots for you, bro. All right. Who made your hairline fall back further, Jack Boy or Kenny?
Oh my god. Oh man. I I wish I could guess of who made that question, but I don't even want to guess. There's so many drivers that could be. It's unreal. Oh man, that made me go red. Uh,
That hat looks good, bro.
yeah. So yeah, let's just put it out there. We're gonna have fun. Let's have fun. um, God, my, you know, so Kenny has just been Kenny. I know that man personally. So I've met him at the track at dirt track. He's definitely has made it a couple times, I will say. Um, but he was also like a couple of those like he was a team owner at the time when some things went south, and I'm like, that's up to you, man. Like I can't protect you. I'm not here to protect everybody, but I mean, some of my drivers I will protect. I'm not gonna lie, I will. But Kenny's just special. He's one of a kind. He has the moments. Um, but Jack Boy, God, I've got to go with Jack, man. I've got to. And it's nothing because of a friendship with Kenny. It's because of what I had to endure with Jack. Love the man to death, even though he still owes me a Daytona trip that will never happen. Um, but Jack, every week it was somebody coming to me, at least 3 drivers, like every week. Well, Jack's racing bad. He needs to get off the track. He don't belong here. He needs to be penalized for this, penalized for that. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Like, we're doing what we can. We're penalizing him with what we can. We're not going to penalize the man every single freaking week. He did. There were weeks where he did good, and people still hated on the man because he rubbed against them a little too hard, and they didn't like it. So that man was a storyline. It was either the admins or the admins were almost ready to overturn my decision and say, "Screw you! We're going to penalize him. We're going to do this and that to him because he deserves it, and you're not going to give it to him because he's your teammate and he's your co-owner at the time." So there were times I would go to him in private and be like, "Brother, we have got to fix you because you're being hated on and you're making my team look bad. Like he has all these great ideas that never went through, which I hate him for because I love his ideas. They just didn't go through. He never followed up and he never pushed through to them. Paying out the broadcasters, making these payout races and different things with money, saying that he had all this money, but yeah, he never wanted to put it in there. So it's not, did you have the money to put it in there or not? Um, promised me a Daytona trip. Promised me new Trackhouse shirts. Like I don't know. I don't know, but he definitely, I would say, would be the one. That man, week after week, it was something. And I'm like, I just don't know at this point. And I finally just told him, I said, dude, from this point on, if you screw up, it's on you. If you get kicked, it's on you. And finally, it happened. I'm like, I hate to be the man that has to deliver the message, but bye. uh,
Well,
it finally came time.
I think it's fair to say congratulations to Kenny on not winning that award.
Very much so, Kenny. When you're watching this, thank God you aren't. You've been close many times, but we're still good. Right now, at least. We'll see how the season goes.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I don't think this next question hits as hard personally, per se, or at least physically. But this next question that we got standing in is quite interesting.
Okay, okay.
You've managed to become the owner of a reputable league, but your own team is historically one of the worst. Why is that?
Oh man, so a lot of that I would have to say stems from Jackboy. I mean, yes, I am the owner of the team, so yes, it does fall on me. I'm not saying it's all him. I just could not find like I had drivers and then they leave me in the middle of the season for better. I'm like, why? And then they go off and they don't do as well. I'm like, you should have stayed with me. But for whatever reason, they didn't like the performance on track. They didn't like this or that. And I can't blame them. Some of them I can't blame. But man, I'm so glad to be putting that behind me though, because what we have for the future and what we have set right now, be on the lookout because Trackhouse is coming. And I know people are going to laugh at that, and because I've said it before, but the team that I've built and that I've had Crimson coming back, that was a huge win. Was stealing Crimson away from Legacy, pulling him back to his home because he told me, he's like, I'll probably stay over at Legacy for a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I really like them. He really didn't want to leave Legacy, but talking to him day after day after day for about a solid probably week and a half, 2 weeks, he finally started talking and he finally decided to come back over to Trackhouse where his home was. So that was a huge win. Gaining a few iRacers was also a huge win that have been showing a lot of talent on iRacing and so far have had some speed in this game. Um, Bringing back a couple of top dogs like Raj God in the Cup Series. It's his first year in the Cup Series. He did do time in the Cup Series last year, quite a bit, and he is really good at the mile and a halves. People did look up to him, so to have him on the team is going to be a huge win. Um, Kenny having him on the team, we'll see how he does. He has his hit and misses. If he can keep a level head, then he might do well. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. But yeah, last season I sucked as a team owner. I just couldn't. Me and Crimson, well, me and Crimson when before he left, it just we could not figure anything out. Crimson was new to the league. He's trying to learn the tracks, learn the style, as well as be a team owner. It just could not work out. It just was we couldn't figure anything out. And we had people falling out. We had people leaving the league. We had people that was on our team that left the league. We had just drivers moving and bumping to different teams because we had no team rules, so you could jump in the middle of a season and go drive for somebody else. And so, yeah, it was definitely a hitter. But I'm excited to see what the future holds. I believe we have a very solid foundation, a very solid group. So this is going to be one for the record books, I think. A great time to be alive for Trackhouse.
Oh, absolutely, man. I definitely look forward to watching the growth of your team and, seeing if you are able to shake that shaky history per se. Now, our next question, it kind of talks about you as a driver a little bit too. It does ask, do you believe that your role as a team owner and league owner affects your ability to perform at the top of your ability?
Yes, yes, it does. Very much so. It does take a role. It takes a lot to not only own a top tier league, but also own a team and be a driver and try to perform at top level. Luke and SP, it takes talent, and I'm not saying I don't have talent, but SP and Luke have less to worry about. They do have their own teams. They are an admin of the league. And Crimson, who's also another admin, he's a co team owner with me. But nothing is going to top being the league owner and a team owner and a driver. So I did awesome when I first owned the league, and we only had about 10 drivers show up every single week. But I had 7 wins. That was my winningest season ever. Was like season one. So ever since then, I've picked up maybe 3 wins across the next 7 seasons. So I wish I could do better. Last season, I did show my hand a few times that I can be good at certain tracks, and I think that affects me and that hurts me in a sense as well because people diss on me for my talent level. But that's where this season I'm hoping to change that and turn that around. This season I'm going to be running the league and we're doing all my team owner stuff, league owner stuff, but I'm going to focus more on driving. I've picked up and I've added in 2 extra series. I'm racing in the truck series and I'm racing Xfinity series, and now also Cup series. So now I've added more onto my plate. Um, so definitely something for me to take care of, but it has definitely affected me big time. Not even gonna lie, and I hope that I've earned the respect to a few drivers when I have raced up front that I can race clean up front. I have my hiccups like everybody does, but there have been times that I've roughed some feathers, and I'm like, hey, look, man, I'm not used to being up in the front of the field, so don't mind me being a little rough around the edges. I'm not like you who comes out here and can take off and lead the first 50 to 100 laps. It, I'm up here lucky if I can lead about 5 laps, before I sink off to the back of the pack. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's definitely a learning curve for me.
And I believe anyone who thinks about it logically and openly, nobody would be able to do all three of those things and be able to maximize all three. I
No.
think it's definitely safe to say that, in terms of priorities, the league ownership comes before your own driving.
Oh
And
yeah.
that's definitely hard to balance.
It is, and there's league owners out there that are better than me. I'm not saying I'm the best one out there. There's definitely league owners that do it and they are successful at it, and I give props to them. I'm glad they can figure it out. I grew up personally a little bit slower, so it's taken me time as a person, but I've grown what I have, and I have an awesome league. I've got awesome drivers, awesome admins that I will never take away from, and it just continues to grow. And so now it's time for me to focus on my career as a driver, as well as being a team owner and a league owner.
And fair enough. And I think this is definitely a good game to be able to make that switch. Again, new game, new developers, new platforms, new everything. So it's definitely a great time to do that. Now, going on to the final fan question, and this is kind of going to go back a little bit to what we talked about before a little bit. So let's see here. It says, what do you see for the future of the Tomato League? F2.
Like, so F2 is definitely on the back burner for right now. We're hoping that we can get another season going. It was our Monday night time slot. We have always had that time slot for F2, also for qualifying for the or for all the series in NASCAR. But right now, F2 is definitely on the back burner. It's not the focus. If it gets going, it gets going. But if not, we're not too concerned about it. We had a great season two. We had a great run. We built off of season one. We had more drivers engaged in season two. We had the best racing we had ever had in season two. We had the most close finishes we've ever had in season two. So definitely so much awesome progress we've had. But we do have potential in the future. If F2 does not come back around, don't worry because you have IndyCar currently making a game, and or iRacing is making an IndyCar game for the first time in like I want to say 6 years or so, so maybe more than that. But eventually, this league will have an IndyCar series, and it will be that Monday night open wheel. I guess you can classify that Monday night time slot as our open wheel series. We've haven't ran really anything except for F1, F2, and it will eventually be IndyCar. So if F2 doesn't come back, well, we had a great season two, and it was a great way to end it on. If it does come back, cool. But right now, our focus is getting the NASCAR League up and going, getting everybody back into a rhythm, back into the swing of things, figuring out this new game because there's going to be a lot of things to figure out as far as rules, uh, stipulations, everything about the league. We have to readjust because it's a brand new game. So definitely our prime focus is NASCAR, like it always has been. Even whenever we didn't have NASCAR, we've always told people, well, we're a NASCAR league. We're not an F2 league. We're not an F1 league. This is a NASCAR league. F2 is just our holding spot. So um, eventually we'll have IndyCar and we'll be able to do double headers with NASCAR and IndyCar. So the future is bright for the league. It's just going to take a couple seasons to get there, but F2 definitely not a focal point right now.
Well, I think that's very reasonable too. At the end of the day, IndyCar coming out is definitely exciting for those road course drivers, and that's going to be really interesting. I'm sure that game will have a lot of buzz too. So definitely opens up a door for a lot of growth for the league in general. But that is the conclusion of our fan questions. How do you think our community did today?
They're rough. They are a handful of drivers. Uh, they give me hell every single day, but I love them. But for all you drivers listening, I've got one coming for you eventually. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna figure something up. But man, they're a handful. But every day, I love them. They give me hell for it. And I'll take it. I take more than what I probably should. I should probably dish more out. I'm just not the dishing guy. I take so much, but I just kind of, you know, uh, but no, it's been great. Those drivers definitely asked some good questions, I will say. The ones that actually thought and put out there, thank you so much for coming up with some good questions to ask because those are definitely some hard hitters and some good ones. We'll see how they all portray out, and we'll see what they do this season. But I'm excited. Overall, this season will be a great season.
Absolutely. I think it's safe to say our community did great for episode one of Doc's interview series. Think you did an awesome job answering them, man. I will give you the floor for one final outro. Any closing thoughts, man?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's been great. I've enjoyed being here, taking the time to be with you and being kind of the introductory to this. Um, I hope it takes off. I hope to be back for a couple times, maybe as far as like a third person, maybe in interviews with drivers or whatever the case may be. I'm all down for it if I have the time to. But um, yeah, it's gonna be a great. We have the Clash coming up in about a few weeks. It starts up November 12th, and that will be a heat race, last chance qualifier, and the Clash. We just released the new numbers as far as what the lengths will be. We'll have an 18 lap heats, we'll have a 33 lap last chance qualifier, and a 125 lap Clash with a halfway caution. We just released that a couple days ago, or late last night actually. So if you haven't heard it, well, there's a teaser right there. Um, but yeah, man, season 8 starts up right around the corner. First week of December, we're gonna go right into the holidays and start up racing. But kind of sucks with the holidays. But we're not going to wait until the new year. I know this time of year is rough with the holidays, but we can't wait till the new year. This game's been out long enough. We got our preparations. It's time to hit it hard. These drivers ready. I'm ready. Let's go have a great and awesome season 8.
Well, that sounds wonderful, man. I personally, I'm glad to be part of it, and I look forward to it. As for now, this is your boy Nanners. This is Alex, Mr. Storm, and it's been another episode. It's been the first episode. Guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Nanners out.